Guys, I'm finna beat my dad in football.
The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
By the way, guys, I'm not going to be talking. I'm just going to be recording the screen. So, bye-bye.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
I just intercepted my dad's ball.
Following the interception, Winston. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Here's Winston. The quick slant caught. That's good for a gain of 6.
I was super close, I'm sad.
We'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed,
comment down here who y'all think y'all will win, Cowboys or Saints.
And run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short game.
I'm Saints and my dad is Cowboys. So comment down who y'all think will win.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, a shaky start for both quarterbacks now. We had the interception on the opening drive, and now they throw it right back to him.
So does that mean we're really kind of starting from the beginning, Brandon, right? Both of them have done it, so we kind of start from scratch. Looks to me like both of these defenses have done their homework, and they're executing quite well.
Meanwhile, Prescott's throw taken in by Cooper here. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of a game, the good...
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And
interception again.
To the 30-yard line.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then. But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Winston. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. On 3rd down, Winston. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted.
My dad intercepted my ball now. I'm mad.
The Cowboys are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Prescott off play action. And now Prescott is going to be taken down. He couldn't get away, and that's a safety. Well,
I just got a safety, so now my ball.
One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble, and the Cowboys have recovered.
I just gave my dad the ball. You're welcome.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Prescott now. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown.
My dad just scored on my... Oh, I can't say that. But it's okay, because I'm still going to beat him.
Well, we know he can run the ball there. He shows he has the ability to do a little bit more.
That's what you call a complete player. A guy who can run it, catch it, probably can protect the passer when necessary, but his skills are best used when you get the ball in his hands.
And that's the thing. When you've got an athlete like that, you want to get the ball to him in multiple ways, right?
Without a doubt, because he often creates mismatches about who can cover him, whether he's coming out of the backfield or even lining up like a receiver.
Zerline good with a PAT, and the lead is up to 5. So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily...
We need to win this, guys. Like for luck.
Someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Trayvon.
My dad made 3 interceptions, so I'm really mad now. I want to attack him in real life.
35-yard line. Now those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Winston. Open man is the tight end Troutman. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
I was so close. But how did you run faster? Do you have to hold out while running? Okay. New player.
And a big play resulted right there. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Winston. Trying to drop one in, but it's incomplete.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. Here's Winston. Going for it all. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down.
Okay. Now we have to go for a first down or touchdown. Okay, we at least have to get for that red line. Let's try to go for a touchdown.
They go play action. Winston. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara there to make the grab. Once again, the Saints are back out in front. Well, they suck the defense in with the play fake one over the top.
And I know from past experience, when offenses do that, a lot of times the defense guys are screaming at them, run the ball, run the ball. The offense doesn't really care. They got 6 points.
Winston to throw for it. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2.
But they tried to get 2. And ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Pollard to return from the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Prescott from the gun. On the left side, Gallup's got it. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
A tight one, 8-7 our score after 1 on EA Sports. start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a third down coming up. Prescott. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually got to pick up a holding call.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Prescott yet again. And that is incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. Connects here with a tight end, Jeremy Sprinkle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To the air again, Prescott. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. On play action, Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big play here for Dallas.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
Play action now, Prescott. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
Off the play fake, Prescott. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Saints are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. That really sets him back, a loss of 6.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Now on 2nd and 16, Winston. That's complete to Troutman, right side.
Well, hello guys. I'm beating my dad in Madden right now. It is, I think, 7-8. So yeah, like, I'm just like the GOAT, so like, don't ever try to play me in Madden. It's like, I'm just like the best. You're gonna lose. You're just gonna lose. I'm gonna be like, last night I beat my dad, 15-8 or 15-7. I'm pretty sure it was 15-8. 15-7, I meant. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm the best.
Normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run, and I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Off the play fake, Winston. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack.
Check Mike 11, check Mike 11. Big stop, D. Big stop, let's go.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Play fake, Winston. He's got a man, complete. 20, 10.
Touchdown! Touchdown!
74 yards. And the Saints add on to their lead. I tell you, for a defender, that's got to be a scary sight, seeing a big man like this with a head of steam behind him as he makes that catch and then turns up.
Go for 2 touchdowns.
When you talk about tight ends, you immediately begin talking about
2-point conversion.
the field, but to me, he was pretty well gliding downfield there. Very athletic for a big man, and he takes this one all the way to pay dirt.
And he's got it.
16 points on the board right now. I'm smacking you like a horse out of town.
Figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is.
Y'all must have hit that like button because I'm getting some real luck. Hit the subscribe button to let me win.
That kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods.
set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. And this offense has converted twice already here in this first half on 4th down conversions. And here we go again. They're going to try and throw. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
A big connection on that one. 34 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
First down, Prescott. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
And again, it's Prescott. And that one almost intercepted. Could have been his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Prescott off play action. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this.
Let's go! Let's go!
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. So it's halftime here in New Orleans. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
Both teams going through their final halftime adjustments. We're about ready to get back to football. And to bring you the second half from the Superdome, let's go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dalton Schultz Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Cowboys come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is down to 2. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And he doesn't even get this to the 10.
My dad got a touchdown, so now I have to kind of like try to get a touchdown. So let's just see how it goes.
Whether you're bringing it out or not, sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
On play action, Winston. Looking here for Smith downfield. And Jameis intercepted a third time. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And the Cowboys are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Following the interception, here's Prescott. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Prescott now. And that's Elliott, complete. And some room to run now. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play there on the catch and run.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Connects here with a tight end, Blake Jarwin. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
Prescott on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Marcus Williams.
Intercepted my dad's ball again, like the 50th time.
At their own 8-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They go play action. Winston. Oh, now backing up, and he's out of the end zone. The referee was right there to call it, and that is a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right?
I'm mad because I accidentally gave my dad safety, so 2-point conversion on my dad's points, and I lost my ball.
That's the only way you can get it done.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Prescott. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
We intercepted the ball. Let's get a touchdown now.
Following the interception, Winston. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Play action now, Winston. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. When the guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
On 3rd down, Winston. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain.
We have to get this touchdown, boys. We have to. Subscribe for me. Subscribe for Luck.
And it leads to a play action sack. Winston to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That one complete to Elliott. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw taken in by Cooper here. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talking about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he will have a Cowboys 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football. Knowing full well, he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
To throw again on second down. Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. They do get a couple, but
does look what it says like right under the field goal. In just a second. Look what it says right under the field goal. End racism. Why not? It says it in a football game.
over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And the Cowboys are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. It'll be first and goal when we come back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Elliott. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer.
My dad was just, I did not hit it that time. My dad was just trying to get a touchdown. No. My dad was just trying to get a touchdown. We need to block him from it. I said you were just fixing to.
Again, it's Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Guys, subscribe and like the video and give me some luck.
And the Cowboys have broken the tie. Zerline good with a PAT.
See the score?
Yeah, 22-16. On it. Why? 22-16.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that
Shut up.
drives coaches and teammates insane.
Beat you up. Beat you up. Huh?
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. A first down throw for Winston. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Jameis to throw it. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Saints on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Airing it out deep for Smith.
Touchdown right here. Think about teaming.
Touchdown, New Orleans.
Dad gets right.
The wrong fucking button. I went to switch guys and it switched to that guy and it moved them. Fuck. Alright.
You're trash.
All I gotta do is kick a field goal side.
No.
Or try for 2 to get ahead.
I'm trying for 2. Hey.
Go.
Don't. You over here.
Come on, keep the substitute your guy. He's hurt.
I did the wrong button.
Defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
And that throw, wow, 72 yards in the air, according to Next Gen stats.
No, this is gonna be easy. I'm gonna win.
Set for a big 2-point conversion. Winston to throw for it.
Oh, catch.
Out of bounds. No point.
You're a butthole.
So now you're losing by one.
But you're still a butthole.
Do you have one of those charts that tells you to go for 2 or go for 1?
I do. I know you do. But I don't care what the chart says there. You got to kick it, right?
I agree totally because
In this tournament gets where you don't get the ball.
pop out of the chart and say, hey man, just kick the extra point.
They ought to
You're
have
in
me
good
back.
shape. I think they were
Come
chasing
here.
points there when they didn't need to.
Yeah, try to get a little bit greedy. Take the lead in the fourth quarter. Now they still trail by 1. Dallas offense set for this next drive. And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score. But bottom line, they are still on top with the football. And a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A. Prescott looks to throw on first. And his throw is incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game. That time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
On second down, Prescott again. Over the middle, complete. It's Schultz. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big play here for Dallas.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity, just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Prescott. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Saints will have the football back. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. A real opportunity for them. Their defense got the key 4th down stop. Now all they need is a field goal to snag the lead. Looking here for Smith downfield. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
There's a reason the number 4 was flashing through my mind when he let that one go. 3 touchdowns already in his back pocket. The deep ball's been a great weapon for him in this one. Unfortunately, empty on that attempt.
Airing it out deep for Smith. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They forced incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Looking long for Thomas. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. Looking here for Smith downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. This now a chance at the very least to burn some clock following that fourth down stop. Points would be ideal, as they certainly wouldn't mind some breathing room. First down, Prescott. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time. You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space. On 2nd and 10, Prescott. And it's caught. And he's brought down.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Zeke Elliott able to find his way in from a yard out. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
I'm mad.
So an important drive for them there. They're not home, but momentum, Charles, definitely in their favor now.
And I like the point you just made. They're not home yet, but a 1-point game, and if you kick the extra point, make it an 8-point game. Only one score, but you're right. Momentum definitely in their favor right now.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Winston readies the offense. Down by 8. 2:13 remaining. They're out of timeouts. Now they will have the 2-minute warning as they've got it 1st and 10. Working out of the gun. Winston. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. And this is going to fall to the ground. Incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. 2nd and 10. To throw is Winston. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Now Winston. That's complete to Troutman, right side. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
They got the completion. Now, they probably had 2 plays called in the huddle, so they've got to get to the line of scrimmage, get set, and run their 4th down play.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They run. It's Kamara. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Add that one to the good run tally right there. He's been strong throughout this game, and there's no reason to suggest he's going to slow down in the 4th quarter at all. And that's exactly what they need him to do. Keep churning out 1st downs.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now Kamara. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
Winston. He's going to let it fly. And this will be caught. Touchdown. So in the final minute here now, a 2-point conversion will tie the game.
And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And that throw, wow, 72 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats.
The late touchdown was only half the battle. Now they need the 2-point conversion to tie the ball game. Here's Winston. And it's caught. And with it, we
Guys, I'm probably going to have to make a part 2 when this is over.
Everything was riding on that 2-point conversion, and they got it.
They got it. They now have the momentum. Time really dwindling in this game. Now their big deal is make sure they get a good kickoff and don't give up anything big on the defensive end.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Now Prescott.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. To be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6
Guys, I'm winning this game. I'm winning it.
It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game.
We're winning right here, guys.
Threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I can go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. And we have free football. Overtime. Here we go, my friend. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
We need to get it right here, guys. We need it.
Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
The Saints coming out now to take the field. They control their own destiny.